Welcome to this week's Safety Shop Walk video. Today, in this video, we're going to be talking about welding curtain safety and the proper selection for welding curtains. Before I get started, we're going to go over a clip in which I discuss a little bit about welding curtains, and then I will go over other tips and do's and don'ts.
So we're in the ASME department, the welding section of our shop. And we noticed that a welder is about to weld all these couplings. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on with the welding curtains?
So welding curtains are extremely important for our shop. And the welding curtains are important not to protect the person that's welding, but they're actually important to protect the people around them. So in this situation, there's two welding curtains, which the welder had every intent to protect people walking on this walkway, but there's missing welding curtains here in the front. So if I was to walk upon the situation as a pedestrian person walking through, I could still easily be flashed by their weld. So the corrective action for this would be to have two more curtains here in front so that you don't flash people. When you're using welding curtains, we want to make sure that you select the right curtain or the correct curtain for the job task you're going to be performing. So we have these tall curtains, and those are usually used for when you're working at higher altitudes. Our normal curtains are only as short as this one and will not cover for any welding that's higher up. So it is extremely important that when you bring the curtains to your location, you realize where you're going to be welding, and make sure that you don't overly use taller curtains because it shortens the amount of tall curtains that we have. And then someone else that is going to be welding up high does not have enough curtains because someone has them all out in a different area. So please be courteous with that. We need the curtains, like I mentioned in the short clip, they're not to protect you, they're to protect me and other pedestrians from getting flashed, okay? As a welder, you have your PPE on. This is to protect pedestrians and other people around you. So making sure that the curtains are selected accordingly is crucial part of safety for welding. So as you can see here, this is not the correct way to set up a welding curtain because this whole area is exposed for me as a pedestrian. If I'm coming through here, and as you just saw in the clip, someone's welding on this side, they're gonna be flashing me. The correct thing to do is to actually grab this, bring this through, and close your welding curtains to close it so that you're not flashing people as they're coming. This is the proper setup, and if you don't have enough, you just add another welding curtain to there so that you're not flashing people that are walking on the main aisleways. So that is proper way to setting up your curtains. Here's another type of welding curtain that we have, and this gentleman's welding right behind me. That's the correct curtain. He's at a very low level. He doesn't need this bulky curtain, so he has a smaller one that's just covering enough. These type of curtains are also used, like for instance, if you're in a big table and multiple people are welding, say you're building a frame, you put these smaller curtains on top of the table to divide you from the other person, because although two people are welding, both of you might not be wearing your welding hood at the same time. And those are used for those two people. And then around you still use your regular welding curtains that we see back here to surround the area at that point to protect the pedestrian people. So once again, this welding curtain can be used for this operation because he's welding down low, but mainly used to protect employees within each other when they're working in the same area. The last thing I want to talk about with welding curtains is that, as it is, welding curtains are hard to come by, and not everyone is welding. Mainly where welding is happening all the time is in our ASME area. Out here we have a bunch of welding curtains that are in different locations, but there's no welding activity going on. Do not make the welding curtains as partitions to create a work environment space. We don't want to build real estate with these and use them as walls. That's not what they're intended for. When you actually do that, you actually take welding curtains from people that really do need them. And sometimes we find ourselves with like going through the shop and finding people that don't have enough welding curtains to protect the area because they're being used somewhere else. So please take that into consideration. If you're not using the welding curtains, put them back in their location where they're supposed to go. Return them to their 5S area. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.